Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Joe Show. Today with us, we have Nico as always and the legendary Coach Blaine.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. So Coach Blaine, tell us a little bit about your football experience.
Well, I've been probably watching football ever since I can remember, and now I've been coaching up here for 7 years. So,
Wow,
wow.
that is a long time.
Yes, it is.
Roll green wave. So changing up the order a little bit, we're going to have Nico pick first for us. Titans versus Packers. Nico, who you got?
So, Christian Watson, pretty good receiver last week for the Packers, but, they've been rather disappointing, and they don't even look like a pro football team half the time this season. So, I'm going to have to go with the Titans, Derrick Henry, and, they're just reliable.
Yeah, I'm going with the Titans as well. Nico got his stat off Instagram right there, right before we recorded, so good stat, Nico.
I'm also going to go Titans, and a little knowledge for the viewer. We're refilming the first couple minutes of this, and Nico actually picked the Packers first, and then after Coach Blaine and I picked it, decided to change his pick. So great pick, Nico.
Thank you.
But yeah, I'm also going to go Titans. I think Derrick Henry has a big bounce-back game. Bears at the Falcons.
Definitely the Bears. Justin Fields, really good quarterback, probably Ohio State's first good quarterback in the NFL in a while. Just period, honestly. The Falcons are bad, so the Bears.
Bears are either going to win by 10 or lose by a point, but I'm going with the Bears.
Yeah, that seems like it's been the story for them the past couple weeks. Falcons looked awful against the Panthers. Deontay Foreman had 31 carries, 130 yards. Justin Fields could do the exact same thing, if not more. I think the Bears get it done. Eagles versus the Colts.
All right, so, Joe, I applaud you for your upset pick with the Commanders and the Eagles last week, but I think this is going to motivate Jalen Hurts to lead this offense to just absolutely destroy the Colts. I stand by that, so the Eagles.
I would say if the Eagles won last week, I'd feel more confident in this pick, but Philly's not strong. Go Colts.
Coach Blaine, big Colts guy. In honor of that, I'm also going to go Colts.
There we
I
go.
think Jeff Saturday keeps them fired up, keep the ball rolling. Eagles take back-to-back losses. The Jets against the Patriots.
All right, so this is tough. The Patriots struggling to find a set quarterback between Bailey Zappi and Mac Jones, but the Jets, I don't know if I can justify it. So I think I'm going to have to go with the Patriots on this one.
Patriots have won 12 straight against the Jets. Give me the Patriots.
12 straight, but it's not going to be 13. Give me the Jets. They're coming off a bye.
Strong defense.
They've been playing really well lately, and I think they end that 12-game streak. Commanders versus the Texans.
This is a terrible matchup, but I should have listened to Joe last time. That Heineke and McLaurin connection is just something else, so I'm going to go with the Commanders here. You pick the Texans?
Yeah, it's the Commanders.
Yeah.
Commanders are winning.
I'm going Texans. I think Brandon Cooks comes back this week after being about 50% last week. Nico Collins is playing really good. Damian Pierce, great running back. They just haven't been able to pull out a win in a long time.
And they won't again.
No, they will right now.
Coach
Also, Taylor Heineke mimicked Kirk Cousins' little chain thing on the plane ride. The Vikings were not very happy about that, and I think the Texans get some revenge for the Vikings on that. Rams versus my boys, the guys, the Saints.
All right, so it's no secret that the Rams suck, but the Saints are also not, the best team. I'm still going to have to go with the Saints just because, I don't know, I think they can pull this off against possibly, as Coach Blaine mentioned, in the banter before, possibly the worst post-Super Bowl team ever. So
The Rams are just a bad football team. We're going with the Saints.
Saints are also a very bad football team. As a Saints fan, this is probably the hardest season to watch in recent years, but obviously I'm going to pick the Saints. Cooper Kupp's out for a while. I think that might help a little bit, but probably not because our secondary can't cover probably a brick wall. So, but Saints get it done. Browns versus the Bills in a snow game.
All right, so gotta go with the Browns. Unfortunately,
I'm a
they're
Browns
They're
fan.
probably gonna get smacked. Let's be honest here. But last week you'd think Josh Allen was playing for the Vikings with how many picks he threw. I mean, seriously. But we knew that going into it because he said he might have to get Tommy John or something. So maybe that's part of the reason he was struggling. I don't know. Definitely gonna have to go with the Browns still.
This is a get-right spot for the Bills. They're going to win the Super Bowl, and it starts right here.
Bills
Bills.
Mafia.
I say if the Bills win, Coach Blaine, you have to come back and jump through a table. Deal?
No.
Okay, we'll work on that. But it's supposed to snow. Game's in Buffalo. They're calling for 2 feet of snow. I think it'll help the Browns out a lot in their run game, but I still think the Bills are going to pull it out and come out on top. Panthers versus the Ravens.
Definitely gonna have to go with the Ravens. The Panthers may be the worst team in the league. It's we don't know, but definitely gonna have to go with the Ravens here.
Yeah, the Panthers are a bad football team as well. So we're going Lamar and the Ravens.
Ravens coming off a bye week. I think they do get the win, but I would not be surprised if the Panthers come out on top.
Wow,
Deontay Foreman's having a great couple games right here, and I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps going.
they don't need Christian McCaffrey.
I think
Yes, they do.
They definitely do. Lions versus the Giants.
So, the Lions came out on top last week versus the Bears in a very close game. But the Giants have been on a roll the majority of the season with Saquon. So, I'm going to have to go with the Giants here just because, I don't know, the Lions are still the Lions, if you know what I'm saying.
Lions are not good.
Yeah.
Giants at home.
I'm also going to go Giants. I think the Lions are just a terrible football team. They got about 3 consistent good players, and that's about all they got.
Did you
Yeah.
say Giants, Plano?
Yeah.
You said Giants.
Apologies. That would have been
He was
bad.
trying to
Well, I would have rewatched
brand
it,
new info.
really film study. Battle of the big guys, Raiders versus the Broncos.
I feel like we've been saying it this entire, season of the podcast. You said dangerous is due to have a good game. It's still not going to be this game, so I'm going to go with the Raiders.
This is probably the worst game all weekend.
I think
Raiders
Devontae
are
Adams
a
coming out.
bad team. They just got beat by the Colts, who have a coach who has never coached in the NFL. Give me the Broncos.
But Derek, or is his name Derek? Yeah,
Yes.
Derek Carr was.
I thought you watched the NFL.
He was upset, visibly upset in the post-game press conference, and he was getting emotional. So that's going to fuel him for this week, Coach.
Their
Blank.
coach
That
is
he's gonna come out,
awful.
and he's going to beat the Broncos with Devontae Adams.
Yeah, I would be upset too if my team was that bad in the NFL. Derek Carr, just not it this year. Broncos, also not a great football team. This is a tough game to pick just because how terrible these two teams are, but I'm going to go Broncos. I think Cortland Sutton has a good game. Cowboys versus the Vikings.
So, other than Trayvon Diggs and the Cowboys secondary, they're pretty bad, as you saw this past weekend. The Vikings are going to be sure to expose that. I mean, Justin Jefferson had himself a day last week, I'm telling you. Did you see that catch? Insane, where he pulled it back. Arguably better than Odell, so I'm going to have to go with the Vikings here.
I think this is a slip-up spot for the Vikings after that big win against the Bills. I think the Cowboys take them.
Yeah, I'm also going Cowboys. The game's in Minnesota. I think if it was an away game, they'd be a little more motivated so they could party on the plane, but they just got to drive back home after, so what's the point, No motivation there. Cowboys get it done. Bengals versus the Steelers.
Hmm. You know, this is another arguably. I'd say this is more of an okay on an okay matchup, but the Steelers aren't that good, so I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals.
That logic right there made no sense, Nico.
Joe Shiesty, Jamar. Come on,
Jamar
they still
is
have.
It's an
out.
okay versus okay matchup.
Yeah, like
Jamar
okay
is-
versus okay teams. Like they're not both bad.
No, the Steelers are bad. It's the Bengals.
They are.
Well, I'm gonna go
Sorry,
Um,
Cade.
Also, Jamar is on crutches currently and needs them to help him walk. So I
That's
do not think
tragic.
he's going to be helping out the Bengals this Sunday.
Joe Shiesty.
But
is
I still think that they
Joe
get.
Mixon,
Please stop talking.
dog.
But I hope that they get. I know that they will get this game done. Steelers beat my boys last week, but like I said earlier, the Saints are terrible. Chiefs versus the Chargers.
So this game not being an Arrowhead, you know, Chargers. I don't know, Jay Herbo. I don't feel that confident in him. So I'm definitely gonna have to go.
Yeah,
with
you're
the
really
Chiefs
not
here.
confident.
That was so mean, dude. I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs. Kermit the Frog, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
He's
this
a
is a
dog.
easy pick for me. Justin Herbert's the most overrated quarterback in the league, so I'm going with the Chiefs.
I am also going Chiefs, but I really do want to go Chargers here just after hearing Nico explain why he thinks the Chiefs will win. But with my football knowledge a little bit better than Nico's, I still think the Chiefs will come out on top. Last game of the week, Monday night, 49ers at the Cardinals.
I'm gonna have to go with the Niners here. Debo Samuel is a dog. Jimmy Garoppolo,
You are so smart, Nico.
dog. George Kittle, dog.
Name another one.
I'm running out of people now.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, he did just get traded. Dog.
Yeah, I'm going Niners.
Cardinals.
Cardinals are not a good football team.
See, you picked the cards, Joe.
Yeah, I'm going Cardinals strictly because I feel like Nico kind of looks at what I write down and then picks that, so I need to change up the games a little bit, you know.
I really don't. Joe.
Try to gain a bigger lead.
He acts like I'm here and I'm still like one pick below him.
But you are one pick below me. So
One
Nico's current
One
record is 51-35. I am 52-34.
One pick, Coach
And our
Lane.
guest pickers are 51-35 as
One
well.
pick.
And with Coach Cade Canner going 9-5 last week. Well, thank you all for tuning
So
in and
dog.
watching. Be sure to tune in next week for an even better episode.